Welcome to the Blue Bridge. A win's a win. We take it. But boy, did we struggle against the team who are probably going to be getting relegated this season. So welcome to Chelsea 1, Leicester 0. Let's get into it. So, 3 points, back in fourth. And Bournemouth drew with Tottenham as well after being 2-0 up. Cheers, Tottenham. And I'm still not happy. Why am I still not happy? We are in fourth. We are 2 points ahead of Man City, 1 point behind Nottingham Forest in third. But it still doesn't look right. It still doesn't seem right. We're still struggling to victories. Today, we weren't great, especially the first half. Another performance in the first half where we just didn't look up for it. Leicester defended good, but when we're making someone like that Foy's guy look world class, something seriously up. Only one shot on target in the first half, and that came courtesy of a penalty by Cole Palmer. So let's talk about Cole Palmer. This guy, once when he went up to take that penalty, I instantly knew he was going to miss immediately because he just doesn't look right at the moment. He's low in confidence, and the fact that the Leicester goalkeeper Hermanson was doing a lot of delaying tactics and everything else. You know, usually when Cole Palmer's stepping up for a penalty, last season I thought, you know what, he's scoring. But today I just felt, you know, I saw his record, and he hasn't. You know, he's got the record for the most successful penalties in succession. But it had to come a day when he's going to miss, and the day is going to be when he's not in top form. Decent save by the keeper, but you know, he wasn't in the corner. It wasn't his usual confident self. I remember earlier this season against Tottenham with that little cheeky Panenka. That's when we had a Cole Palmer on top of his game, but you know, something's a bit off at the moment with Cole Palmer, and I hope that he can find his form back between now and the end of the season, because if he doesn't, it's long days for us. And teams have kind of worked us out because everyone now is just man-marking Cole Palmer. The thing is, stop Cole Palmer and you've literally stopped Chelsea. We saw that under a similar manager where we're playing a similar style of boring possession-based football, and that was Sarri. When people worked out stop Jorginho, the guy is where all the plays coming from, then you've stopped half of Chelsea, and that's what's happening now because we're not effective. I know we haven't got any strikers at the moment, and that's got to be part of the reason why we're not looking an attacking threat. But Cole Palmer, as I said, you know, you stop him, knock him off his confidence, and you know, that's half of Chelsea missing. And the other thing is, I think he thrived on chaos football because he's a maverick. He's a bit of a maverick. We haven't got a lot of mavericks in this game now. In the way that the game's been played, it's all robotic. And the good thing about playing under Pochettino, especially the second half of the season when Chelsea started to go on that run and get their form back, you know, he thrives on that sort of chaos type football where he's given that the freedom to roam and do what he wants. And in this setup, it's too mechanical, too robotic, and we're kind of, I think teams are kind of moving away now from that sort of possessional based football. I know Pep Guardiola, I know he's having a poor season. Teams are finding them out a little bit. I know they've got injuries as well, but is this football being moved away from? And are we still trying? What Man City? I always say, what Man City light? We're the light version of Man City. We haven't got the players to execute this possession-based football like we want to do. So a lot of it results to just sideways and backwards passing, and not really getting anywhere up the field, and not getting any players in the box. You know, we've got players who are just allergic to shooting. Jadon Sancho, his first thing, because there's a couple of chances, especially in the second half, where the ball's played through to him. He could hit it first time, but he's trying to just get it to the byline and knock it back in. He doesn't want to go direct for goal. And that's something that I also have an issue with. But second half, again, I thought, would it be like the Copenhagen? We come out of our traps, but no, still more of the same, and we weren't really creating a lot. I think we did have a shot. Was it Enzo Fernandez before we scored? I can't remember. We had a couple of shots, but not any shots that were really, gave the goalkeeper any sort of world class saves. It was sort of routine saves that he had to make. But along comes Cucurella, and Cucurella, is he turning into our Marcus Alonso when it comes to scoring goals? We relied on a lot of goals from Marcus Alonso back in the Conte and Tuchel days, and the Tuchel or Lampard days, sorry. And this guy's come up with the goods. He scored 4 now. I think this is his 4th goal of the season from defence. And it was a great strike by him. At least there's someone who wants to shoot. The opportunity came, the space opened for him. Nice arrow shot into the corner of the goal. And good finish. And for me, he was the man of the match because he kind of epitomises what we need from all of our Chelsea players. Because I know a lot of people are, some people always give him a bad time, especially those who are, Chilwell supporters who didn't want to see Alonso come into the side. I was not Alonso, Cucurella. I was critical of him last couple of seasons ago when he wasn't great, but you got to give the guy credit now. He's improved defensively because before he used to rush in a lot, but he's improved a lot defensively. And today you saw it not only with a goal, but I remember that in the last few minutes where we made that great tackle where he's kicked the ball onto the Leicester player, and you can see that, as I said, he gets it. He's got that passion, the way that he galvanised the crowd, and that's the sort of attitude we want from all of our players. You're looking around and looking for leadership qualities, and you can see that coming through from him now. So that's what I like to see. He's always at it. He always gives that 100%. Sometimes he may be a bit over enthusiastic, but I want somebody who's gonna put in the effort and try it all the time. And that's what you see with him. So plaudits to him. I'm not saying that, as I said, just because he scored, but today I thought he was my man of the match. And noticeable performances as well. Moise Caicedo, fantastic. There was a couple of times when Leicester had a breakaway, but he just broke up play. And he was very careful today as well because he's one yellow card away from a 2-match ban. He would have missed the Arsenal game, which we don't want to happen. So he was careful today not to make any rash tackles, but all the tackles he made were clean, decisive, and, as I said, some important challenges in there. So I thought he was fantastic. And Wesley Fofana, he's come back after a long injury. It's like he hadn't been away. And that's what we miss as well, his defensive ability, his driving runs with the ball, and his composure. So I thought, if we had him all season, then we would definitely be comfortably in the top 3. That's my belief. So hopefully he doesn't break down. Hopefully his body now can withstand all the rigours of the Premier League, and I just really hope that we can get a lot out of him. So we need to manage his games carefully, but today you saw what we've been missing in our back line. And I got to give a little bit of credit to Enzo Maresca. Although, it's the football. As I said, I'm not a great fan of the style of play. But one thing I was critical of him, especially when we played against Fulham, was the way he managed the game. And today, had he did that against Fulham just before Christmas, and we didn't lose that game because defeats kind of start this rot, and that was the start of the rot against Fulham. When he took off an ineffective Nkunku once again, and he brought on Achampong, and so what that did, it gave us extra defensive stability, and we, because we just held on to that 1-0 win. Sometimes those 1-0 wins are important because we don't see out games enough, and I was still nervous because I thought if we don't score a second goal, then with the way that we defend, are we going to be able to see out this game? But he put that defensive option in, and we were able to see out the game. And it's good to get ugly 1-0 wins for a change. And so I'm hoping that this would allow the team to grow a bit. Before I go, one last note on the referee, and I thought the refereeing was shocking today. The first shout we had a few shouts for a penalty. It's the first shout for a penalty. I thought it was a little bit soft, but I've seen them giving. Liverpool, I saw given a really soft one yesterday, and so that one was blown away. But Leicester players, similar situation outside the box, a little shove on their player, and he blows up for a free kick. So what's the difference? The other one he gave as a penalty. Okay, well, it was rightly so. He couldn't do anything, but not give that one because the player stood on Sancho's toe. And then we had another one where Neto weaved his way through, and he got caught. Some people said he initiated the contact, but the Leicester player didn't have to go to challenge him. And I hate that word, he's initiated the contact, because that's what strikers do. And again, it's the inconsistency. I'm referring back to Liverpool one yesterday. That was soft. I'm going back to the Ipswich one against us. So didn't Liam Delap, didn't he initiate the contact by leaving his leg in there and leaving it low for our goalkeeper to make contact with him? There's no consistency in the game, and that's all I'm calling for, is consistency. So that one I thought was a definite penalty. The one with Connor Cody, a lot of our fans were saying it's a penalty. No way for me. His hand was out a bit. He wasn't even facing the play. His back was to the goal. His hand wasn't out in an unnatural position for me. No way was that one a penalty. So I'm not having that one. But the other two, quite easily see them given. And if they're given for other teams, then they should be given for us too. I'm just asking for that little bit of consistency in the game. So that's it. We've got the win. As I said, not happy, and we're still struggling, but we have to see our way through until we get our strikers back, because we're missing Nicholas Jackson at the moment, and it's telling. The way we play, we're not stretching games enough for me. We'll see. But as I said before at the beginning, a win's a win. We're back in fourth, 2 points ahead of Man City, and fifth place can get us Champions League this season. But are we ready for Champions League? Not for me. We need to get a few more players if we're going to be ready for Champions League football. But anyhow, so what do you guys think? Stick it in the comment section below. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on post notification to be notified every time I make a new video. So take care. Bye bye.